Good evening, everyone.
Oh, hey there! I'm Drew Kiefer. If you're anything like me, you really hate the environment. On the other hand, I've often sat down and wondered, what is it that I hate so much about the environment? Today, we're gonna find out. I decided to start my search for knowledge in the urban environment, as this is the variety which is the least disgusting to me. As you can see, there are definite signs of humanity here. A stop sign, a telephone pole, pavement. On the other hand, there's this disgusting thing called grass that sprouts up out of nowhere. Just look at that. Isn't that foul? Next, I decided to move, albeit with some strength and fortitude, into the more woodsy area of East Rock Park. As you can see, this environment is quite diverse, with a great number of different types of flora and fauna. The sky is nearly blocked out with foliage, most of which is green. I think I can attribute this to chlorophyll, something plants use to be lazy. Now, on the ground, there's a lot of dirt and cut down trees. There's also more of that disgusting grass stuff I showed you earlier. Oh, and did I mention rocks, and fallen leaves? Well, I think it's time to move into a more detailed study of the respective flora and fauna that I hate. Here we have a variety of plant with serrated leaves and bulbs and flowers. The flowers have white petals. I am not sure why that is. Now, this plant grows out of the ground where it absorbs nutrients in the soil and combines them with sunlight and water to perform photosynthesis. This is that incredibly lazy process I was talking about before. God, do I hate plants. Here we have a significantly larger flora with billowing leaves and rounded edges. This one also has white flowers, this one of a much smaller variety. Here we have the disgusting variety of fauna known as the centipede, or maybe the millipede. I don't know. It has a bright or dark, well, it varies, red color, and many yellow legs. I forgot how many there are, but I'm pretty sure it's the same on every animal. As you can see, it's not moving a whole lot, and it lives in the dirt. Disgusting. I'm not sure what the name of this variety of flora is, but I can actually stand it. That's because it exhibits both red and green, complementary colors, which are very pleasant to the human eye. I figure, if you're gonna be lame, you might as well make other people happy, right? Over here, we have some bulbs, which have not yet sprouted. Hopefully, they'll get to work soon and give me something to look at. And here is the petal, with a relatively smooth texture, and a few lines here and there which aren't showing up on the camera. Oh, there they go. Overall, I think this is a somewhat redeemable plant. Here we have the mighty Q River. Many objects cast their reflections in water, and this particular body ripples due to a slow current. A variety of organisms live in the Q River, including fish, algae, and bacteria. Perhaps there's even plankton. I don't know. I'm not a marine biologist. Looking up, we see something called the atmosphere. It's typically a light bluish color. Usually, it's full of birds, and occasionally, clouds. Now, I didn't used to have a problem with the atmosphere, but then I learned about two big problems. A, bad weather, and B, an airborne disease called bird flu. Thankfully, if you look really hard, you can almost see the ozone crumbling in the distance, and the buildup of greenhouse gases. Looks like we won't have to worry about the atmosphere for much longer. I was concerned about the environment and wanted to learn what other people were doing about it. Thankfully, a good friend of mine told me about pollution. Now, I decided to check out the back of Wilbercross High School, and as you can see, I found quite a bit of it. The good thing about this is, Most of these materials are non-biodegradable, which means very soon all that will be hard at work, clogging waterways, contaminating topsoil, and poisoning animals. Now here's the kind of critter I can get along with. It's called an ant. Despite its diminutive size, it's the strongest animal in the world. It also displays many essential human tendencies. These include slavery, genocide, and militarism. Fortunately for this guy, they outnumber us over 1,000,000 to 1. So when I turn the camera off, I'm going to whip out my gat and pop this fool. Well, I sure learned a lot about the environment today. Did you know that the bulbs I referred to over the course of this video were in fact buds? They don't sprout, they blossom. I also learned that bullets ricochet. God, I hate the environment.